Good morning, Magic players and card collectors of all kinds. Just realized you're looking at my garbage. Oh, welcome back to the channel. We're doing things a little weird today, primarily because my dad has been all up in the space lately, so I'm really having a hard time recording at home. Basically everything that you guys seen that I've put out since Friday was all pre-recorded before the weekend. Except for maybe one thing on Saturday I might have got in, but otherwise everything has been recorded since before the weekend, and my dad's just been kind of hanging around. And in addition to that, I also have a interview for a second part-time job today. Yay! As such, I want to get this filmed now before I drive home from work, so that I can get you guys this video out this morning at some point, and then hopefully before my interview, and then maybe this afternoon I might be able to get something done for Kaiba video as well or something. But as you can see, no playmat, no anything like that. We're in the car. UPS! Woo! UPS! Okay, that's all. You get one shot on the screen, and that's it. Go rip into pack one. You will have to forgive me because this is going to be a bit challenging doing this one-handed, but I think I can pull it off. The main issue is just doing the pack flipping around. So every time I'm going to have to do the pack flipping around, you guys are going to have to stare at my shorts. Apologies for the shorts. Hopefully you guys don't mind a nice screen like... Okay, here we go. We got Forgotten Cave. Decent for our land. Decent way to kick off a pack. I'm okay with that. We got Drowsing Pteranodon. Not my favorite. Leaden Fists. 2 and a blue, flash, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3, but doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Could be interesting. Ooh, another Yavimaya Elder. We've been pulling a few of these lately, and they are definitely a solid thing for green. Whenever it dies, you get to search your library for 2 basic lands, reveal them, put them in your hand. Pretty cool. Plus, you get to draw a card. I'm not going to complain about you. Definitely the first hit of the day, I'm going to say. We're going to try and keep hits of the day away from the rest of the pile. Spite Bellows. 5 and a red for a 6/1. Ew. When this thing leaves play, it deals 6 damage to target creature and has Evoke. No thank you. Fortify. Creatures you control get +2/+0, or creatures you control get +0/+2. That's versatile, I like that. Pillar of Flame. Deals 2 damage to target creature or player. If a creature dealt damage this way would die, exile it. Yeah, okay. It's not a bad red. Sky Hunter Cub. Cat Knight. 2 and a white for a 2/2. As long as it's equipped, it gets +1/+1 and has flying. Nice little kitty. Irrigated farmland, sorry. Not irritated. Yeah, I like this one. It's a solid one for sure. You can search for it. We'll keep searchable land. We'll keep all our lands over here. Just gonna grab that first land from the bottom of the first pile. Put it over with the other lands. There we go. Lands over there. Rest of the cards over here. And we have a Midvast Protector. 3 and a white for a 2/3. Enters the battlefield. Target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. It's okay. If I had flash, it'd be better. But I'm still not upset with it. Target player sacrifices an attacking or blocking creature. We've seen that a few times. It's not bad. Return to the earth. 3 and a green. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying at instant speed. This one's a little more expensive than the usual one, so I'm going to mid it. And you know what? I'm going to move the Celestial Flare up top. Why not? That can actually be pretty good if you're only being attacked by like one creature. Fleeting Distraction. 1 blue. Target creature is -1/-0 until end of turn. You draw a card. Card draw is okay, but... Law-Rune Enforcer, 1 white for 1/2, pay 1 tap, tap target creature, converted mana cost 2 or greater. Decent. And a Horncaller's Chant, 7 and a green for create a 4/4 Rhino creature token with trample, then populate. So you could essentially end up with 2 tokens. Yeah. For 8, that's probably mid actually at best. Pack number 2 coming at you. Ah, man, that ripped horribly. Plastic in my mouth so you can't hear me talk very well. Try and flip this around. See if I can do the pack trick while holding the camera. Not very well. No dual-sided cards so far, so I will keep you guys apprised of that. If I do see a dual face card, I will let you know. Tyrant Scorn. 1 blue, 1 black. Destroy target creature with converted mana cost 3 or less, or return target creature to its owner's hand. Versatile. I like it. Instant speed. You know what? You're going top. Why not? Tempting Witch. Enters battlefield. Create a food token. Sacrifice a food. Target player loses 3 life. In a food deck, that's actually really good, but otherwise not super great. You know what? I'm going to put you down. Ooh, Twisted Landscape. Add colorless, sacrifice, search your library for a swamp, mountain, or forest. And it has cycling. Very good land. Non-human Cannonball. 2 and a red for when this thing dies. Roll a 6-sided die. Result is 4 or less. Non-human Cannonball deals that much damage to you. Ew. That is also one of our Unfinity cards. Duress. Duress is always a nice thing to see. Not going to complain about Duress, except for the fact that it's sorcery speed. Vial of Poison. Sacrifice a target creature gains death touch until end of turn. I wish you didn't have to sacrifice it, but otherwise that's pretty cool. Deadly Alliance, 4 and a black. Costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party. Destroy a creature or planeswalker. I don't play party. Culling Drone, Devoid, Ingest. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles the top card of his or her library. I think we pulled this last time. And I mean, I like this, but I would like it better if I could play the cards that I'm exiling. I'll still put you top, though. Ooh, Too Greedy, Too Deep. Lord of the Rings card. We got ourselves a Balrog on the art. I do love that. Put target creature from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That creature deals damage equal to its power to each other creature. Damn! That is actually really cool. Is it instant? No, sorcery, but still cool. Direfleet Hoarder. 1 and a black for a 2/1. When it dies, create a colorless treasure artifact token. Sure. Gloom Pangolin. 1/5 with some flavor text. They say it survives purely on a purely bioluminescent diet. It's only... Yeah, no, I just don't care enough about that. Ancient Carp, 4 and a blue for a 2/5 fish. Another with just some flavor text. Gruul Keyrune. It's okay. Ghastly Gloomhunter. 1 and a black for a zombie bat that you can kick. Flying, lifelink, 1/1. If it was kicked, it gets 2+1/+1 counters. Sure, that's not bad. And Triplicate Spirits, 4 and 2 white. Convoke, create 3 1/1 white spirit creature tokens with flying. Yeah, it's not bad. No legendaries so far. That's unfortunate. It's been a while since we did car pack day. I'm wondering if we're jinxing ourselves a little bit, giving ourselves some bad luck by doing it in the car instead of doing it with the playmats. You know me, I'm a little bit weird like that. Do love my things to be lucky. Circuit Mender, 3 for when this thing enters, you gain 2 life, and when it leaves the battlefield, draw a card. Yeah, okay, that's not terrible. Apologies, I think I'm getting a head cold from playing with Kaiba outside in the splash pad on Saturday. Is this an old school? 96! We hit an old school card, guys. That's always a good sign. When Mana Wisp comes into play, return target creature to its owner's hand. I like that. Old School card gets an extra spot over there. Esquire of the King. 1 white for a 1/1. Pay 4 and a white. Tap. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Cost 2 less to cast if you, or 2 less to activate if you control a legendary creature. Eh. Not great, but not terrible, I suppose. Ord Rune Commando. 3 and a red for 4/1. We just lost our last pack. Pay a white to prevent the next 1 damage that will be dealt to this thing. I'm surprised that's not a legendary, actually, with the weird ability it has there, but... Enhanced Surveillance, 1 and a blue. You may look at 2 additional cards each time you surveil. Shuffle your graveyard into your library. I like that a lot, actually. That's a really cool enchantment. That might be the hit of the day, guys. Rescue from the Underworld. As an additional cost, cast, sacrifice a creature, choose a target creature in your graveyard, return that card to the battlefield, plus the sacrifice creature during your next upkeep. Nice. I do love me that card too. I think I've pulled that a couple times. Evolving Adaptive, we pulled this many, many times. It's great for green decks. Otherwise, it's okay. Really does like the landfall stuff, though. No, creature fall. Sorry, not lands. Creatures. Wall of Ruins, 1 blue for a 0/4 defender. When this thing enters the battlefield, scry 1. Sure. Not amazing, but not terrible. Jadelight Ranger, 1 and 2 green. When it enters, it explores and explores again. Yeah, okay. Exploring is good. Unknown Shores, tap to add 1, pay 1, tap, add 1 mana of any color. Nice, good land. Child of Night, not my favorite vampire. Ooh, full art. Full art, the chase is on. 2 and a red. Target creature gets +3/+0 and first strike until end of turn. Then you can investigate. Well, that's decent. Is that instant speed? It is instant speed. That is decent for sure, guys. Trying to just make sure everything doesn't fall off. Ooh, Thought Gorger. 2 and 2 black for a 2/2 with trample. When this thing enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on it for each card in your hand. And then discard your hand. And when this thing leaves the battlefield, draw a card for each +1/+1 counter on it. I like it. It's fun. Spark-Tongue Dragon. Flying, 3/3 for 3 and a 2 red. And when it enters the battlefield, you can pay an additional 2 and a red. And if you do, it deals 3 damage to any target. That's probably not going to happen. And Call of the Conclave. 1 green, 1 white. 3/3 green centaur creature token. Okay. Last pack of Destiny, guys. Are we destined to pull a legendary today? I'm not so sure, but fingers crossed. Definitely pulled a couple of neat things, at least. Nothing major, but can't complain. Definitely some usable stuff. Last pack trick of today. Try to make sure that I don't spoil things for you or myself. Wow, there was a lot upside down on that one. Okay. Here we go. Relic of Abandon. All creatures get +2/-2 until end of turn. Ew. I mean, it's a great way to wipe out some tokens, I suppose, but yeah. Ooh, old school? When was this designed? I don't even see a date on this one. Paralyze. Target creature is not untapped as normal during untap phase. Creature's controller may spend 4 to untap it. And you tap target creature when you cast this. Nice. I like that a lot, actually. Old school card. Belongs over there. Shortcut to Mushrooms. It's always a decent one to pull. At the beginning of your end step, if permanent you control left the battlefield, you get to put +1/+1 counter on something. It's decent. Steeple Rock. Flying first strike. 3/1 for 5. Ew. No thank you. Brute Strength. 3/+3/+1 and trample until end of turn for 1 and a red. Sure. Ooh, Fireblade Artist. I've never seen one of these before. Haste. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may sacrifice a creature. When you do, this thing deals 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Nice. We got a Blood Celebrant. Cool. 1 black for a 1/1. Pay black, pay a life, add 1 mana of any color. It's decent. And no, it does not count as old school, so, but I'll still put it at top. Basilica Skullbomb. I don't think I've ever pulled the white one before. 1 white, 1 colorless to put it in, 1 colorless to sacrifice it to draw a card, 2 and a white, sacrifice it, target creature gets +2/+2, and flying until end of turn. And then you draw a card. Nice. Legendary! Smeagol, helpful guide? Hell yes! Woohoo! Oh, that's a sick pull! At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died on your control this turn, the ring tempts you. Whenever the ring tempts you, target opponent reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a land. Put that card onto the battlefield tapped under your control, and the rest go into their graveyard. That is awesome! We did it! We made our quota for the day with a legendary that we've never pulled before. I love the artwork on this. So good! That's definitely my hit of the day for sure, guys. Oh, we are happy. What a great pack to end on. Gnarly Colony 2 is awesome. If it's kicked, it gets 2 +1/+1 counters, and all the creatures with +1/+1 counters on it have trample as long as this guy stays on the field. Gem Palm Strider. 1 and a green for 2/2. We can cycle it, and if we cycle it, oh no, all our elves get +2/+2. Yeah. Vampiric Nighthawk is always a sick pull to have an extra copy of. Flying, Death Touch, and Lifelink. That is a set of stacks and abilities that is insanely cool. One of my favorite creatures. Sting Scourger, 1 and a red for a 2/2 Goblin Warrior, has Echo. When it enters a battlefield, return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Not my favorite. Especially the Echo cost kind of sucks. Oh, we got another Boldivian Atrocity. We'll just put that down. And we end on an opt. Always nice to end on an opt. Beautiful, simple, very elegant spell. Alright, guys. We had a pretty decent Dollarama Draws of Destiny this time. My apologies! We dropped the camera, dropped everything. Oh my god! Quickly came back just to do the outro, guys. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Dollarama Draws of Destiny! Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys are super stoked about the Smeagol. I definitely am. I think that'll be a fun commander, or definitely something that I can include in one of my green-black decks. Anyways, in the meantime, in between time, I'll try to get you guys some footage of Kaiba and put it out there later this afternoon. But I'm going to cap it off here. Much love to you all from Kaiba at home, and I in the car. To you, take care. Have a great Tuesday, guys. Bye.